is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? And today's video, today's rebuild challenge is going to be the 2-team expansion rebuild challenge. So we are here on NBA 2K20. We've implemented the Pittsburgh Force and the Vancouver Grizzlies, and we're going to try to make these two teams go up against each other in the NBA Finals. So to make this more challenging, I put the protected player limit to 12. I think it's originally at 8. So yeah, it's going to be hard to build these teams. We're here at the expansion draft. I'm controlling both teams. So Gordon Hayward is the best guy here. It's not bad. So I will see you guys when I've done the draft for both teams, and I'll show you guys the squads. So yeah, the teams aren't that nice. So the Vancouver Grizzlies have Derek Favors, Fred VanVleet, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Elfrid Payton, Trey Lyles, Wilson Chandler, Kent Bazemore, Sterling Brown, Tyson Chandler, Jonah Bolden, Jan Mahimi, DeAnthony Melton, Wesley Owundu, and Hamidou Diallo. And the Pittsburgh Force aren't much better. They have Gordon Hayward, Jeff Teague, Jeremy Grant, Tim Hardaway Jr., Avery Bradley, Chris Dunn, TJ McConnell, Chuck Diallo, Derek Jones Jr., Mo Harkless, Alec Burks, Jarrell Martin, Tony Bradley, and Thomas Welsh. So yeah, during the draft, a lot of the young guys were protected, so we couldn't draft them. So the NBA.com power rankings have the Force at 26 and the Grizzlies actually at 21. All right, so I hope the NBA got this right, or the game got this right. So yeah, the Force are in the Eastern Conference and the Grizzlies are in the Western Conference. Okay, good. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the end of season number 1. Hopefully each of these two teams have their own, or have a top 5 draft pick in the draft, and I'll see you guys at the end of season number 1. All right, guys, so we end our first season with the Pittsburgh Force 30-52, and the Vancouver Grizzlies went 34-48. So not terrible for each teams, but we'll definitely have a good enough pick where we can use it to trade up, involving other players, etc. So yeah, if we go to the league standings, we can see kind of where they rank. So yeah, the Vancouver Grizzlies were actually kind of in the middle of the pack in the Western Conference. They missed out on the playoffs by 9 games, so not too bad of a season. Pittsburgh Force were a little bit worse, but obviously the Eastern Conference is worse. But actually, I don't know. They seem about even this year, at least in the bottom half of the standings. And then if we check out the stats for this year, we can see for the Grizzlies, I don't really know who I would want to bring back. I guess Bogdan, Derek Favors maybe. That might be it, for being honest. And then for the Pittsburgh Force, I guess Gordon Hayward will be a nice trade candidate with his contract, but we can't trade him on draft night because he has a player option. Tim Hardaway Jr., I think, has a player option as well. I mean, Jeremy Grant's a nice piece. Chris Dunn maybe is a backup point guard. But yeah, both these teams need a complete overhaul. All right, so the Houston Rockets win the NBA Finals. James Harden is your Finals MVP. They swept the Brooklyn Nets. All right, so draft lottery, this could be pretty big for both teams. Let's hope that one team maybe jumps up. Grizzlies are at 11. Force are actually at 5, so I'm not expecting too much luck from the Grizzlies here. But maybe the Force can move up in the draft, and the Pittsburgh Force get the #1 overall pick, and the Grizzlies actually dropped to 13. That means 2 teams below them ended up moving up. I don't know how the Grizzlies have Utah's pick. That doesn't really make sense, unless they made a trade, but I control them. Now I'm confused. Yeah, I have no idea how they have Utah's pick. Wait, no, they don't. I thought it just said Duh, I'm stupid. Obviously, there's another team, the Memphis Grizzlies. Alright, so, yeah, I don't know why that's really embarrassing. So, what I could do, we have the #1 overall pick for the Force, which is nice. TJ McConnell could be a backup point guard, but I'm going to try to move Lyles, Bolden, and 13 to move up as high as possible. Either it's in the top 10. I could actually get Langford and Williams, Kevin Love and Nance Jr. Actually getting some pretty good offers here that I might not just take a draft pick. I could take a player here. Jalen Brunson, I think, is one of the more underrated players in the NBA, even though he was just a rookie last year. Raptors first next year. Steven Adams and Schroeder. Rocco and Jang. Okay, I'm going to try to move up in the draft. I don't know who has a top pick, so we could check it out. So, if we just ended up looking at picks here. 9, Cleveland, I think I can move up to like 8 or 7 if we're being honest. 7 Suns, and they agree to that. Okay, so we have the first pick with the Force and the 7 pick with the Grizzlies. Okay, so the first picks for each team were kind of fire. So with the first overall pick in the draft, I took James Wiseman for the Pittsburgh Force. Second round, we got Isaiah Joe, but you guys already saw for the freaking first pick for the Grizzlies, RJ Hampton fell to 7, and we got Usman Garuba in the second round. So each teams have a really nice franchise player there from the 2020 draft. Elfrid Payton will bring back. He could be a trade piece, and Hamidou Diallo I will. So yeah, for the Force, Hayward, Grant, Hardaway, and Bradley all accept their player options. We'll bring back Chuck Diallo. So now I want to see if I want to... Do I want to move Gordon Hayward? I don't know. But I definitely want to move Tim Hardaway Jr. and Avery Bradley. So we can look to move them just to see what I would get in the trade finder. All right, so I'm going to do this trade with the Dallas Mavericks. We're going to get Jalen Brunson. Spoke about him before. He will probably be the starting point guard for the Force this year, and Maxi Kleber, who will be a backup center backing up to Wiseman. And now we can go after a shooting guard and power forward in free agency for the Force, or maybe not even a power forward. So yeah, Teague won't, or Teague will be a free agent. So yeah, we'll have Brunson and McConnell. That's 2. We're going to have to find a shooting guard or shooting guards. We will have Gordon Hayward at the 3, Jeremy Grant at the 4 with Diallo backing him up. And center, we're pretty good. So we really just have to get like 2 shooting guards or 1 shooting guard in free agency for the Force. And then for the Grizzlies, point guard we're really good on. We have Hampton and Payton, so we're set there. For shooting guards, yeah, we're going to have to look at shooting guards. Small forward, I'm probably going to want to bring Bogdanovic back. Favors, I would like to bring back Favors back at the power forward position. And center, we need some help. So yeah, we do need a lot of help here for the Grizzlies. So I am going to offer Bogdanovic a qualifying offer. And for the Force, I'm not going to offer anybody. So free agency, obviously not that great this year. But next year is when I can be huge spenders. Because I kind of want to have 2 max slots for each team next year. So we can sign 4 max guys. Anthony Davis won't be easy to sign. But do we need a center? I think we do need a center for the Grizzlies, right? And Montrezl Harrell could be that guy. Yeah, so we'll go after Montrezl Harrell. I think he won't X for that much money. So he's only 26. We're going to give him a 4-year deal, and we would have 87 mil. Okay, we also do need shooting guards for each team. So Jordan Clarkson wouldn't be a bad option on a 2-year deal team option. And then we could also sign, I think we need a small forward too. Josh Jackson, 2-year deal. I will also, I can probably trade him on draft night next year, so I'll give him a 2-year deal. And then for the Force, I know we need a back 2 shooting guards. So, I mean, Jalen Brown would be nice, but I'm going to save my money for next year. Wesley Matthews will regress. Jamal Crawford is 40. We could go after Malik Monk on a 2-year deal, possibly trade him on draft night, and then we could also get, like, let's say MKG, 2-year deal, possibly trade him on draft night next year. So, yeah, let's advance a day. So we get Monk and Kidd-Gilchrist, 2 former Hornets to sign with the Force. And then for the Grizzlies, we do get Montrezl Harrell, Jordan Clarkson, and Josh Jackson. So, did Derek Favors sign? He didn't. So I'm going to offer him a 2-year deal as well, try to bring him back, and we do. So we get all those guys. So let me just make sure each roster is okay. Okay, I still need to sign 3 more guys here for the Grizzlies. So I'm going to get a backup shooting guard, a backup small forward, and a backup center. So that backup center could be, let's just say Whiteside on a 2-year deal. Could trade him on draft night. Small forward, we can get Taurean Prince, same thing. And then shooting guard, we could get, we'll say Andre Roberson. So that will pretty much wrap up free agency. Let's just double check if we, okay, so yeah, we are going to re-announce rights on Fred VanVleet. Pretty good player, but he will be walking. And we do get Whiteside and Prince. Roberson accepts another offer. So then I will just sign Alonzo Trier in his place. So did we get Trier? We do. All right, so we have 3 training camps here for the Grizzlies because I did sign Randy Martin. So we're definitely going to send RJ Hampton to 1. Do we have any other young guys? I mean, I guess we could send Alonzo Trier. He's not even making that much money, so he could be actually a bench piece next year. I won't have to trade him. And then we'll send Montrezl Harrell. And then for the Pittsburgh Force, we will send, let's see, definitely James Wiseman. We only have 2, though. I got Nicholas Foster as our trainer, and I think he only had B+ training, so we can only have 2 training camps. And the other one I will send will be Jalen Brunson. Alright guys, so I have both rotations figured out. For the Grizzlies, we're going to have Hampton, Trier, Jackson, Favors, Harrell. And then the bench will be Whiteside, Prince, Clarkson, and Payton. And then for the Pittsburgh Force, it's going to be Brunson, Monk, Hayward, Grant, Wiseman. With the bench being MKG, McConnell, Kleber, and Diallo. For system proficiency, for the Force, it's going to be pace and space, 3 stars, so not the greatest. And then for the Grizzlies, it'll be 3-star grit and grind. I did sign Michael Stauffer for the Force and Jacob Underwood for the Grizzlies. And then the preseason power rankings are going to be, let's see, Grizzlies at 14 and Force at 20 on NBA.com. And that'll be for me, and I'll see you guys at the end of season number 2. All right, guys, so at the end of season 2, the Vancouver Grizzlies actually go 42-40. James Wiseman for the Force is Rookie of the Year, and then Malik Monk for the Force also gets most improved. He didn't really shoot great from the field. He shot solid from 3 and really good from the line. James Wiseman and RJ Hampton were both on all-rookie first team. And yeah, the Grizzlies actually made the playoffs as a 7 seed. The Force did not, as the Force went 24-58, which is kind of weird because I thought the Force were a better team. So yeah, Monk, Hayward were the top 2 scorers. Hayward actually played pretty well. He'll be an unrestricted free agent. James Wiseman obviously will be the center for next year. Brunson, 13.5 points, 6 assists. He's really good. I like him a lot, but I don't think he'll start for us next year, and he actually wasn't that good this year. Jeremy Grant, I think, will be a bench guy, but he'll be a free agent. Kidd-Gilchrist probably get traded on draft night. So will Maxi Kleber. And I don't know who else I would trade on draft night. I guess Monk will be traded on draft night as well. And then for the Grizzlies, RJ Hampton led us in scoring, and he had a really good year, 49, 35, 89 splits. Harrell was solid. He might start at center or power forward next year. He still could be traded. Josh Jackson was actually pretty good, but he'll be, or solid, but he'll be probably traded on draft night. There's Jordan Clarkson. Torian Prince will probably be traded on draft night. Same with Whiteside, possibly Favors as well. So yeah, there'll be a lot of draft night trades. This offseason is going to be very big for both teams. So yeah, I'm not really expecting much from the Grizzlies in round one, but they are up 1-0, and that is pretty good, I guess. So they're up 2-1. I'm not expecting them to win the series by any means at all. They're actually up 3-1. No way they actually beat the Warriors. They beat the Warriors in 6. So now they're taking on the Houston Rockets here in round 2. Pretty standard Rockets team. They've added Goran Dragic. That's about it. Marvin Williams was an addition. Sean Livingston, even though I believe he's retired now. As we are tied 1. Wow, this team's actually up 2-1. They're up 3-1. Are the Grizzlies going to go to the conference? Oh my God, they won in 6. Okay, Vancouver. So now they're taking on the Nuggets here in the conference finals, who are starting Mario Hezonja and Kelly Olynyk, alongside with Harris, Murray, and Jokic. All right. Jakob Poeltl, Bobby Portis, Noah Vonleh. Let's see how this series goes. I mean, maybe we'll win in 6 and go to the NBA Finals, as we're up 3-1. No way. No way. Are we going to win in 6? No. Oh, my God. We almost blow a 3-1 lead. We win in 7, and we're going to the Finals with the 7-seeded Grizzlies to take on the Hawks. So the Hawks were a 3 seed. They have Trae Young, Herter, Hunter, Collins, Sabonis. All right, Sabonis and Fultz, some new additions. Also Jeff Teague back to the Hawks. DeLon Wright, Jay Crowder, Neil Keener. They're pretty deep. Fernando Juzang. All right, I'm not really expecting to win this series, but hey, we might win it. I'm going to hop in now. It looks like, yeah, we lose in 5. Domantas Sabonis is your finals MVP. 18 and 10, 54-40 splits. Okay, Sabonis. All right, so let's go to the draft lottery. Now it's going to be bigger for the Force than it will be for the Grizzlies. So the Pittsburgh Force are going to have the number 2 projected pick in this draft. That's going to be our only lottery pick here. So don't drop to 5. And they actually get the number 1 pick for the 2nd straight year. The lottery gods love the Force, it seems. The Grizzlies will also be picking pick 19 in this draft. So yeah, it's time to make a lot of moves. For the Grizzlies, I'm going to try to get a better assistant coach. If we could pick up Trent Peterson, and then maybe we can keep Nathan Masters. I guess he's related to Owen Masters. And then Todd Posey, we are going to trade Posey. We're going to fire, excuse me. We're going to pick up Owen Taylor, and then we'll keep Joffrey Houston. But we couldn't get Owen Taylor, it seems. Did we get? Okay, yeah, we got Trent Peterson, and we got Owen Taylor. Okay, so we're actually going to be making a trade with the Detroit Pistons involving the Force, Maxi Kleber, and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist for 2 future first-round picks. Those picks could be thrown into maybe a future trade down the line, so they are going to agree to that. I think that'll be the only draft night trade I make with the Force. Okay, and for the Grizzlies, I'm going to be trading Whiteside, Josh Jackson, and the 2nd-round pick for Nico Mannion, who will be the backup to RJ Hampton next year. And for the 2nd Grizzlies trade, I'm going to trade Torian Prince and Derek Favors for Josh Richardson, who's making $9 million for the next 2 years. Well, $9 million each year, so $18 million total. And we're going to get a future first-round pick from the Sixers that could be later thrown into a trade. So I'll see you guys at rookie signings with who I take for both teams. Okay, so with the number 1 overall pick in the draft, I did take Cade Cunningham, a point guard out of Texas. So yeah, Brunson moved to the bench. He'll be our starting point guard next year. And we did take another point guard, Adam Miller, who's only 19 in the 2nd round. And then for the Grizzlies, I did take Scotty Barnes with the 19th pick, Will Baker in the 2nd round, and then Usman Garuba will be signed because he was overseas last year, and he's a 75 overall. Maybe he'll have high trade value, who knows? So for team options, I will bring back Jordan Clarkson for the Grizzlies, but I might move him. Actually, there's a good chance I do, and I will bring back Brunson and our 2nd round pick last year, Isaiah Joe, for the Force. So yeah, George Leonard, free agency. They declined their deals. Free agency is going to be amazing, so we're going to have all the money we possibly can for both teams, hopefully 2 max contracts each. I think we will have it for the Force. I don't know about the Grizzlies. So, for the Force, day 1, who do I want? Oh, so, no Giannis. No Giannis. Do we need a small forward for the Force? We do. Okay, so that means I'm going to offer Kawhi Leonard and Paul George both deals for the Pittsburgh Force. Obviously, Paul George will be the easier one because he has 0 offers. So, we are going to do that. And then, if we wanted to get a second guy for them, we need a power forward mainly? Yeah, I guess power forward or shooting guard. So, we could go after Markkanen, or we could go after like Oladipo. You know, I'm gonna actually try to get Bradley Beal. And then if we don't get him, then I'll probably go after Markkanen. So Bradley Beal will be the second guy I'm going to offer a contract to. It'll be a lot of money, player option, no trade clause. Hopefully we can get him. And then for the Grizzlies, who do I need here? We're going to point guard. I would say shooting guard, power forward maybe. So let's see. So I mean, Drummond would be amazing to get. So I'm going to not Drummond, Gobert. So I'm going to offer Gobert a deal. We will also offer Kawhi Leonard a deal because if I get Kawhi Leonard, I'm obviously going to take him. And then our third contract offer will be to Victor Oladipo. So let's see how many guys we sign after day one. Mike Conley could have been a guy. But he might go back to the Pelicans. He might go to the Pelicans. So for the Grizzlies, we get Rudy Gobert and Oladipo. Okay, that's very solid. So those are going to be the two signings we get. That means Harrell will probably move to the power forward position. And then for the Force, we get Paul George and Bradley Beal. Okay, so we don't get Kawhi, which is okay by me. He probably goes back to the Clippers, I would guess. So we are going to read out some rights on everybody. We are going to sign Bradley Beal and Paul George. So we get two nice wings there. We have our center in Wiseman. We're going to need a power forward. So, yeah, we get two All-Stars for each team, which is very nice. Kawhi Leonard actually goes to the Bulls. All right. So we won't make any other signings until after free agency, until I know how much money each team has and kind of where the needs or what the needs are going to be. Okay, so for the Grizzlies, I'm actually going to be trading Alonzo Trier and a second-round pick for Ivica Zubac to be our backup center because we are going to move Harrell to the power forward position. We have Gobert at center, but we do need a backup. And at shooting guard, we're fine because we also have Jordan Clarkson and now Oladipo. Okay, we really need to sign a power forward for the Force. I don't know how much money we have. Oh, wow, we actually have a decent amount. Okay, so I don't want to mess this up. I want to get Julius Randle really badly, but I don't know if we're going to... Okay, yeah, we could definitely outbid the Kings here. See, like, I can only offer him that much. Oh, he will listen. Okay, so there's a good chance we can get Randle here. And then for the Grizzlies, can we sign anybody else? Actually, we don't really need to sign anybody else, so I'm not going to bother. So we're just going to focus on the Force now. Please, Julius Randle, take our deal. Don't sign... Damn it. No, he will accept that just barely over the Spurs, it looks like. No, oh, come on, Randall. Stop it. Now he has 12 offers. Great. Oh, my God. All right, so we're actually going to be making this trade with the Force. We're going to be trading Malik Monk and Isaiah Joe for Jalen Noel from the Timberwolves, who actually isn't terrible, and Killian Hayes. Might move both those guys after that or after this free agency period, but I did that so I can clear up a little bit more cap space to offer Randall a better deal. So we're going to offer him as much as we can. Player option, is that his number one? Please tell me it's his number one. Okay. Randall, thank you. So we get Julius Randall. And with the Force now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to trade Killian Hayes and Noel to either get a backup power forward or center now because we do need one. So Prince, Hernangomez, Vernon Carey. Vernon Carey and Gafford could be two pretty nice backup bigs for us. Alright, so yeah, that might be the move. Willie Cauley-Stein, actually, and a first. Alright, so you know what? I'm going to take on Willie Cauley-Stein and a first. Yeah, so we're going to do that, and I think we actually have some firsts here, but I want to see if we have any exceptions, binary, mid-level, to use on a solid guy with trade value. So, like, Gordon Hayward we can bring back. Oh, we need that. So, Gordon, please accept the steal. Come back to us. Thank you, Gordon Hayward. So, any other guys I could bring back or bring in? Actually, yeah, let me just bring in Satoransky real quick. And then what we're going to do is we're going to trade, like, what could I get for Satoransky? And I believe we have a couple future firsts here. Yeah, the Pistons first, and then also the Rockets first, I think we just acquired. So what could I get for these three picks? Somebody hopefully really good. In the 80s, Jordan Clarkson, but I think that's the Vancouver Grizzlies, which I can't. We could get Bogdan Bogdanovic back, Jakob Poeltl, Noah and Roberson. Wouldn't mind that. Rui Hachimura and Dotson. Wow, getting some good offers. I think I'm going to take Noah and Roberson and just see who's the best guys to start for next year because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're good with both teams now. All right, so we do have 2 untapped potentials for the Force. Going to keep sending Wiseman there, and I will also send Cade Cunningham, our rookie. And then for the Grizzlies, we have 3 untapped potentials to use. So I will send, let's see, Montrezl Harrell. Yeah, he's got A+ potential now. We will send RJ Hampton. And you know what? I will send Josh Richardson because he will be starting at the 3 for us this year, which is definitely the weakest part of the rotation. All right, guys, so here's how the rotation is going to go next year. So for the Pittsburgh Force, it's going to be Cunningham, Beal, George, Randall, Wiseman, with the bench being Hayward, Stein, Roberson, Brunson. So yeah, Noah won't be getting any minutes. And then for the Grizzlies, it's going to be Hampton, Oladipo, Richardson, Harrell, Gobert, with a kind of a weaker bench, but it's Clarkson, Zubac, Mann, and Scotty Barnes, 2 young guys there at the end. For the assistant proficiency, it's 3.5 star grit and grind. Nothing is 4, so we'll rock that. And then for the Force, 3.5 star pace and space. nothing is 4 stars, so we'll stick with that. So the preseason power ranking at NBA.com, 2 for the Force, 5 for the Grizzlies. Let's hope that we can get both these teams to verse each other in the 2022 NBA Finals. So at the end of season number 3 with the Pittsburgh Force, we go 64-18. The coach for, I believe, the Force, Jacob Underwood, gets Coach of the Year. Actually, he might be the Grizzlies head coach. Yeah, he is the Grizzlies head coach. So yeah, both teams did really well, as the Grizzlies obviously went 62-20. So yeah, both teams are the number 1 seed in their respective conferences. The Grizzlies are going up against the Jazz in round 1, and then over to the Eastern Conference, the Force are going up against the Cavs in round 1. So if we take a look at the stats for the Force, Bradley Beal was the number 1 scorer in at least points per game. 50, 43, 80 splits. Very nice. Cunningham as a rookie, 17.5 points, almost 5.5 assists, 48, 38, 88 splits. George, 17 points. Yeah, a little bit of a disappointing. He does kind of disappoint sometimes in this game. You would think he would maybe put up what his MVP type numbers were, or his close to MVP season. And then James Wiseman, 16.5 points, 8.7 rebounds. Randall, 14-8. There's Hayward off the bench, Brunson, Stein, and Roberson. And I know someone in the comments could be like, Paul George was an MVP. I know, but it was an MVP-like season. And for the Grizzlies, Hampton, 19 points, 6.5 assists, 51, 37, 88 splits for him. And then Montrezl Harrell, 18.8 points, 9 rebounds. Great season by him. 58, 68 splits. Oladipo, 18.5 points, 45, 36, 78 splits. There's Clarkson off the bench. Gobert averaged 17 rebounds, which is actually a career high. And yeah, 2.4 blocks a game. And yeah, look at that progression. He's just insane. And then there's Richardson, Manny, and Zubac, and Barnes. So yeah, let's get into these playoffs. Please, both teams don't get upset in round 1. I will cry. Okay, both teams win game 1. Just if we can get both teams to sweep, then I know good things will come, or that'll be good signs of what's to come. Okay, and the Grizzlies are going to gentlemen sweep them. Well, kind of gentlemen sweep. All right, they win in 5. Force sweep. All right, so the Grizzlies are going up against the Timberwolves, who have Mike Conley now. Wow, that's a fun team. That is a really fun team. How'd Conley do this year? He was okay. He was actually very good. He played pretty solid in round 1. Pretty good, actually. And then over to the Eastern Conference, the Force are going up against the Hawks, who beat the Grizzlies in the championship last year, trying to avenge their fellow expansion team. So, yeah, they've like the same roster, it looks like. Yeah, but they've added Jared Allen and Derrick Rose. All right, so the Hawks, I'm kind of worried about both teams here. So, okay, the Hawks won game 1. Oh my god, the Hawks have 2. Oh, no. Oh my god, okay, so we got the Grizzlies to sweep. But the Force are down 3-1. Oh, this is not good. And we're at home. Don't. Come on. Force a game. Okay, there we go. Don't blow this. Bro. Don't. Okay, there we go. All right, it's 3-2. Thank you. Let's possibly force a game 7. On the road, this is the tough one here. Okay, good first quarter. Good second quarter. Okay, come on, don't blow this. Just don't blow this, boys. Don't blow this. Thank you. We're forcing a game 7. Okay. Beal 24-7, Cunningham 23, George 23-9. All right. I'm scared. Okay, game 7 in Pittsburgh. Come on. Good first quarter. Not a good second quarter, but it's okay because we're gonna have a good third quarter. There we go. Oh god, here we go. Oh no. Okay. Okay, we're down by 1. We're down by 3. 2 minutes to go. I need to pick up the win here for the Force today. Cade Cunningham gets a steal on Trae Young. Okay, I'm just going to take this to the rack with Cunningham. Okay, Cunningham slams that. It's a 1-point game. Roberson's on the floor right now. We need Bradley Beal out here. No way DeAndre Hunter hits that, please. There we go. Okay, Stein with the rebound up to Cunningham. All right, Cunningham, you're just like insanely fast in this game. So let's just, yeah, easy money, Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham is so good. He's got 27 points, and he gives us a 1-point lead. Trae Young to the rack, and he's not going to get a foul. Okay, he misses. Let's go up to Cunningham. All right, do I hold the ball here for a little bit? I don't know. All right, let's get the ball to Paul George, because Paul George is technically our best player, even though Stein or Cunningham's been playing really well. So we get a screen from Stein. Paul George, go right to the rack. He's going to get fouled. No, but Paul George hits it. That is clutch. And we go on a 6-0 run, and we're up by 3. Just no threes. All right, Paul George guarding Trae Young. Good D here by Paul George. Trae Young, no way he hits that. Yep, ill-advised shot by Trae Young. And we just, I could score here with Stein, right? I'm gonna hold the ball. Ooh, I should have shot that. Nah. All right, so we're up by 3. If we score here, it's over. And the Hawks will blow a 3-0 lead. All right, let's get a screen here from Stein on the left side. Cunningham is just too quick. Cunningham is just gonna get right around Jared Allen, and he gets blocked. All right, so we have the ball with 1.5 seconds left. We're going to get the subs in. All right, I guess they're going to go to Cunningham here or Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal. Oh, what a cut by Bradley Beal, and he hits it, and that's the dagger. And the Hawks are going to blow a 3-0 lead. All right, I was pretty scared there because Trae Young was really good at 2K. But I guess this team is amazing defensive-wise, offensive-wise. So the Grizzlies are going up against the Suns, who shouldn't beat them. And then the Force are going up against Giannis and the Bucks, who could be a little bit of a tougher matchup than what the Grizzlies got. So please, you just came back 3-0. Okay, both teams are up 1-0. Both teams are up 2-0. Okay, 2-1 each. No. Bucks don't go up 3-2. Come on. Don't lose it. Game 7. Okay. All right. I tried backing out to Simcast, but they won it. They won in 7. Oh, Force, you're scaring me too much. All right, so here we go. Grizzlies versus Force. What I'm going to do here, because I don't want to, like, be on a current team where it kind of messes it up. So what I'm going to do is just control the 76ers. We're not going to control either team anymore. And then we're just going to simulate the round and see who comes out on top. So game 1, let's see what happens. Grizzlies take game 1. Force take game 2. Force take game 3. All right, it's 2-2. 3-2 Force. And the Force win in 6 after winning the last 2 series in 7 games. So the Grizzlies were a lot fresher. And they lose in 6 to the Force. So yeah, Finals MVP is actually James Wiseman. Okay, it's not George, it's not Cunningham. It was James Wiseman. So in the Game 5 rubber match, the Force ended up winning by 16. Cade Cunningham dropped 31. Wow. What were the closer games? Wow, Game 6 ended in OT. So they won in OT to win the NBA Finals. That's nuts. Game 1, the Grizzlies won by 10. 2, Force won by 11. Game 3, the Force won by 8. And then the Grizzlies won by 10 in Game 4. So, wow, that's the video right there. So, yeah, that is going to be for me. I hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you all for watching. If you have any other expansion ideas, let me know in the comment section below, or just rebuild challenges, let me know in the comment section below. So, yeah, that's going to be for me. Thank you all for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.